Hi, Dave Toll here with Velo News TV, being joined by Magnus Backstedt. Magnus, welcome.
Thank you very much.
And so, obviously, some big changes coming up for you as the news has become official that you're signing with the Slipstream Chipotle team. And wanted to kind of take a few steps back and find out, how did you originally get in contact with Jonathan Vaughters?
Well, we've done it Tour Catalunya this year in Spain, and Jonathan was there. And I raced with Jonathan back in the days, and we kind of got talking. And I was looking for a team, and he was building up the Slipstream for next year. And we started talking, and one thing led to another, and I decided that this was definitely the right move for me for the future.
I mean, it's interesting because there's when you look at this change, there's a lot of factors that go into play here. You're going to be racing for an American team, although you're going to be staying in Europe for the most part.
Definitely.
But obviously, with their internal testing program, that's something that you must embrace. Can you tell me a little bit about why you want to be on a team that tests as much as Slipstream does?
Well, obviously, we're all looking for a cleaner sport, and I want to be able to go to the races and know that no one in my team is going to be able to test positive, because ultimately that's going to bring my name down. And at the moment, whatever we can do to make this sport cleaner, better, and show the world that this is a sport that that you can really count on. And I think there are very few sports in this world now, right at this moment, that are doing as much as cycling are doing. And there's always a dark period when you do these kind of things, and we start bringing in all the testing that they are. But this is definitely a right move, and I need to be a part of it.
So as an elite level cyclist, and I'm going to ask for you and for the peloton in general, is there a sense of frustration that cycling is getting hammered on so hard right now by the worldwide media, where other sports where that the same type of, I believe, and I think most people believe, that the same type of stuff has been going on for a long time, that they seem to get a pass on this?
I don't know if it's, if people are looking at it in the, not believing in that they're testing in the other sports as well. But I can only look for what cycling are doing, and okay, it's been a rough ride for the best part of 10 years now, and but I think we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and the testing are getting better. The whereabouts system from the UCI is getting better. Everything is getting more and more efficient, and I think I can definitely tell you that I'm seeing a difference in the peloton and the way the races are being ridden. And I think that even looking at the riders that are up there in the general classification and even on stages are definitely looking like they're doing things the right way.
It's interesting because when you say that as someone who actually knows what's going down in the peloton, it seems like you get to a point where you can still have an incredible day and have a superhuman win like what you did at Paris-Roubaix, but you just can't come back and keep doing that day after day. Is that the difference?
Yeah, I think that is the difference. I mean, it's difficult to say. All I can say is from myself, and it is difficult to come back and do super performances day after day after day after day. It just doesn't work that way. Your form goes up and down, and you can still pull that one big ride off.
Right.
And I can, if I look back on my career, and okay, I haven't won a lot, but I managed to pull off a couple of big ones. They happen once every 5 to 10 years, but
if you're going to do
when they happen, it gives me even more pleasure of doing it then.
Sure. So now that you've made this commitment to the Slipstream Chipotle team, sense of relief for you a little bit? I mean, in that you don't have to worry as much. I mean, I guess nothing is for sure, nothing is all the time, but you do have to believe that this program really is clean. And I mean, I would imagine at the end of the day you sleep better at night.
I think so, yeah, definitely. It's definitely a nice sensation to have, to know that we are doing everything that we can to keep this sport clean, and to know that we go into the races in the right way. And for me, it's just a nice bit of fresh air as well. That it's a new motivation for me getting to a new team, a lot of young riders in the team. I can probably help develop into better bike riders as well. And I believe in what Jonathan is and Doug is trying to put on, and from what Jonathan has been like before when I was racing with, I know that he will do things 110%, and I can't wait to get stuck in there and start riding and training and racing with these guys.
I've always noticed that you seem like the kind of guy that seemed to enjoy your time here in America. And my question to you is, see, the sport really has changed here in the last decade with the amount of media coverage that the sport gets. It's a lot more people are aware of cycling. If you walk down the street in New York City versus Stockholm, where are you more likely to be recognized by the general public?
I think you took two quite sort of extreme paths right now, but I reckon actually it'd be New York.
Interesting.
Sweden is not known for its cycling, inheritance and all. But for some reason, it just seems like, I don't know what it is, but I haven't raced that many races in America. But every time I come out here, people recognise me, and I love that. It's ultimately that's a part of what you're trying to do with your career, being recognised for your performances, and that's why I try to come back out here every year and spend some time and meet my fans and just enjoy it.
Yeah, well, and I think that obviously your fans really enjoy getting to meet you, and that's one of those things that, in the sport of professional cycling, the interaction that you have with the fans is really unlike any other professional sport. I would imagine that for you it's just thrilling to have people come up and know who you are and be excited for you.
It is great, and I think that the cycling spectators and cycling public have a very, very big respect for the athletes as well, because they have that luxury of being able to get up close. And they're very genuinely nice when they meet you as well, and it's just great as far as I'm concerned. I love it.
Have you ever known, looking back at your career, obviously the Paris-Roubaix win was very, very special. How did that change your life, winning that race?
I don't think it changed. Well, it changed my life obviously in that I got a better contract for the year after, but but I don't think as such it hasn't changed my life in any major way. Okay. Possibly a bit more recognised now than I was before, but I'm hoping that it hasn't changed me as a person, because that's one of the things I believe is that on me, I ride my bike, and hopefully that's good enough for people to enjoy watching me riding and talking to me.
I guess it's kind of human nature that there's going to be some riders who have results that do change them. Have you seen that in the peloton? A guy who really did have a couple big wins that no longer was as friendly or approachable to the other riders?
I mean, they're out there in every sport, and even in business today. If someone makes a big score in a business, then it can turn people, and it's fully understandable as well when you start getting all the media attention that it's quite easy for it to happen. But it's something that I'm hoping that. I've been able to keep both my feet on the ground, and ultimately I'm the same as you. I just happen to ride my bike fast, and you do something else that's better than I do, and at the end of the day we're all the same.
Well, yeah, I mean that's something that I think really bodes well for what you're going to do. Have you looked at what you're going to do after you're done cycling?
Yeah, definitely. We've set up a company, me and my PR manager now. It's called Sprocket Promotions. And we're working with media events. We're doing commentating together. We're also starting to manage younger riders, taking them on from 17, 18, 19 years old, and really building a long-term relationship. And because I've been with a fair few different management companies and managers through my career, and I've seen the good parts and the bad parts with every single company. And what I'm trying to do is bring all the good parts into one company, and really try and look after these guys and make sure that we don't just get them the contract and then leave them hanging for the next 2 years and then ring a few directors up and then go again. What we want to do is just make sure that we're there if they crash, if they need medical attention. We got the backup, we got all the phone numbers, everything is covered. They ring us up and say, look, I crashed, we fly them in and we sort them out. If they need car insurance, house insurance, whatever you can think of, I want them to be able to ring up us, and basically we sort them out, we help them out to fix things and give them a few options, and ultimately they decide on their own, obviously, but really try and look after them. And I know from my point of view, I would rather spend a couple of % extra on my salary every year to have someone look after me like that, and know that no matter what happens, I'm covered. I've got people standing behind me, and I've got someone to lean against, rather than spending a bit less and basically just having someone sticking a contract in front of me.
Yeah, it's really interesting to hear you say that, and we're going to, one last question for you.
Yeah.
When you signed with Jonathan Vaughters, did you tell him that I am riding at the Tour of California?
I didn't say that, but I hope that was sort of included in the contract. So it's a race I've been wanting to come out and do for the last couple of years, but I've had a lot of injury problems, and just haven't been able to get out here, and it's something that I definitely want to come out and ride.
Well, I think a lot of Americans are looking forward to having you racing for an American team, and certainly in America. So,
yeah.
Magnus, have a great year next year.
Thank you very much.